Welcome to the Appendix, where we read the primary sources of the past so the present can be better understood. Today's primary source, the Alien and Sedition Acts, 1798. The publication in the spring of 1798 of the XYZ correspondence raised among the Federalists a spirit of nationalism that found expression in the four acts known collectively as the Alien and Sedition Acts. The animus of these acts was directed particularly against a group of anti-federalist editors and pamphleteers of French and English extraction, such as Thomas Cooper, Joseph Priestley, James Callender, Benjamin F. Bache, Count de Volley, V. Dupont, and others. There was grave doubt as to the constitutionality of the Sedition Act, which extended the jurisdiction of the federal courts, but the question of validity never came before the courts, though in 1812 the Supreme Court ruled that the federal courts do not have common law jurisdiction in criminal cases. Though the Alien Acts were never enforced, a number of French refugees fled the country or went into hiding. Some 25 persons were arrested under the Sedition Acts, and 10 convicted. One, the Naturalization Act, June 18, 1798. An act supplementary to and to amend the act entitled An Act to Establish a Uniform Rule of Nationalization and to repeal the act heretofore passed on that subject. Section 1. Be it enacted that no alien shall be admitted to become a citizen of the United States or of any state unless he shall have declared his intention to become a citizen of the United States 5 years at least before his admission, and shall at the time of his application to be admitted declare and prove to the satisfaction of the court having jurisdiction in the case that he has resided within the United States 14 years at least, and within the state or territory where, or for which such court is at the time held 5 years at least, besides conforming to the other declarations, renunciations, and proofs by the said act required. Anything therein to the contrary hereof, notwithstanding, provided that any alien who was residing within the limits under the jurisdiction of the United States before January 29, 1795, may, within 1 year after the passing of this act, and any alien who shall have made the declaration of his intention to become a citizen of the United States, in conformity to the provisions of the act of January 29, 1795, may, with 4 years after having made the declaration aforesaid, be admitted to become a citizen in the manner prescribed by the said act, and provided also that no alien who shall be a native, citizen, denizen, or subject of any nation or state with whom the United States shall be at war at the time of his application shall be then admitted to become a citizen of the United States. Section 4. And be it further enacted that all white persons, aliens, who are after the passing of this act, shall continue to reside, or who shall arrive, or come to reside in any port or place within the territory of the United States, shall be reported to the clerk of the district court of the district, if living within 10 miles of the port or place in which their residence or arrival shall be, and otherwise to the collector of such port or place, or some officer or another person there, or near thereto, shall be authorized by the President of the United States to register aliens, and report as aforesaid shall be made in all cases of residence within 6 months from and after the passing of this act, and in all after cases within 48 hours after the first arrival or coming into the territory of the United States, and shall ascertain the sex, place of birth, age, nation, place of allegiance or citizenship, condition or occupation, and place an actual or intended residence within the United States of the alien or aliens reported, and by whom the report is made. Section 5. And be it further enacted that every alien who shall continue to reside, or who shall reside as aforesaid, of whom a report is required as aforesaid, who shall refuse or neglect to make such report, and to receive a certificate thereof, shall forfeit and pay the sum of $2, and any justice of the peace, or other civil magistrate, who has authority to require surety of the peace, shall and may, on complaint to him made thereof, cause such alien to be brought before him, there to give surety of the peace and good behavior during his residence within the United States, or for such term as the justice or other magistrate shall deem reasonable, and until a report and registry of such alien shall be made, and a certificate thereof received as foresaid, and in failure of such surety, such alien shall and may be committed to the common gaol, and shall be there held until the order with the justice or magistrate shall and may reasonably make in the premise shall be performed. The Alien Act, June 25, 1798. An Act concerning aliens. Section 1. Be it enacted that it shall be lawful for the President of the United States at any time during the continuance of this Act to order all such aliens as he shall judge dangerous to the peace and safety of the United States, or shall have reasonable grounds to suspect, are concerned in any treasonable or secret machinations against the government thereof, to depart out of the territory of the United States, within such time as shall be expressed in such order, which order shall be served on such alien by delivering him a copy thereof, or leaving the same at his usual abode, and returned to the office of the Secretary of State, by the Marshal or other persons to whom the same shall be directed. And in case any alien so ordered to depart shall be found at large within the United States after the time limited in such order for his departure, and not having obtained a license from the President to reside therein, or having obtained such license shall not have confirmed thereto, every such alien shall, on conviction thereof, be imprisoned for a term not exceeding 3 years, and shall never after be admitted to become a citizen of the United States, provided always, and be it further enacted, that if any alien so ordered to depart shall prove to the satisfaction of the President, by evidence to be taken before such person or persons as the President shall direct, who are for the purpose hereby authorized to administer oaths, that no injury or danger to the United States will arise from suffering such alien to reside therein, the President may grant a license to such alien to remain within the United States for such time as he shall judge proper, and at such place as he may designate. And the President may also require of such alien to enter into a bond to the United States in such penal sum as he may direct, with one or more sufficient sureties to the satisfaction of the person authorized by the President to take the same, conditioned for the good behavior of such alien during his residence in the United States, and not violating his license, which license the President may revoke whenever he shall think proper. Section 2. And be it further enacted that it shall be lawful for the President of the United States, whenever he may deem it necessary for the public safety, to order to be removed out of the territory thereof any alien who may or shall be in prison in pursuance of this act, and to cause to be arrested and sent out of the United States such of those aliens as shall have been ordered to depart therefrom, and shall not have obtained a license as aforesaid, in all cases where, in the opinion of the President, the public safety requires a speedy removal. And if any alien so removed or sent out of the United States by the President shall voluntarily return thereto, unless by permission of the President of the United States, such alien on conviction thereof shall be imprisoned so long in the opinion of the President the public safety may require. Section 6. And be it further enacted that this act shall continue and be in force for and during the term of 2 years from the passing thereof. The Alien Enemies Act, July 6, 1768. An act respecting alien enemies, Section 1. Be it enacted that whenever there shall be a declared war between the United States and any foreign nation or government, or any invasion or predatory incursion shall be perpetrated, attempted, or threatened against the territory of the United States by any foreign nation or government, all natives, citizens, denizens, or subjects of the hostile nation or government, being males of the age of 14 years and upwards, who shall be within the United States and not actually naturalized, shall be liable to be apprehended, restrained, secured, and removed as alien enemies, and the President of the United States shall be, and he is, hereby authorized to direct the conduct to be observed on the part of the United States towards the aliens who shall become liable, as aforesaid, the manner and degree of the restraint to which they shall be subject, and in what cases, and upon what security, their residence shall be permitted, and to provide for the removal of those who, not being permitted to reside within the United States, shall refuse or neglect to depart therefrom, and to establish any other regulations which shall be found necessary in the premises or for the public safety. The Sedition Act, July 14, 1798. An act in addition to the act entitled An Act for the Punishment of Certain Crimes against the United States. Section 1. Be it enacted that if any person shall unlawfully combine or conspire together with intent to oppose any measure or measures of the government of the United States, which are or shall be directed by proper authority, or to impede the operation of any law of the United States, or to intimidate or prevent any person holding a place or office in or under the government of the United States from undertaking, performing, or executing his trust or duty, and if any person or persons with intent as aforesaid shall counsel, advise, or attempt to procure any insurrection, riot, unlawful assembly, or combination, whether such conspiracy, threatening, counsel, advice, or attempt shall have the proposed effect or not, he or they shall be deemed guilty of a high misdemeanor, and on conviction before any court of the United States having jurisdiction thereof, shall be punished by a fine not exceeding $5,000, and by imprisonment during a term not less than 6 months, nor exceeding 5 years, and further at the direction of the court may be holden to find sureties for his good behavior in such sum, and for such time as the court may direct. Section 2. That if any person shall write, print, utter, or publish, or shall cause or procure to be written, printed, uttered, or published, or shall knowingly and willingly assist or aid in writing, printing, uttering, of publishing any false, scandalous, and malicious writing or writings against the government of the United States, or either House of the Congress of the United States, or the President of the United States, with intent to defame the said government, or either House of the said Congress, or the said President, or to bring them, or either of them, into contempt or disrepute, or to excite against them, or either or any of them, the hatred of the good people of the United States, or to stir up sedition within the United States, or to excite any unlawful combinations therein, for opposing or resisting any law of the United States, or any act of the President of the United States, done in pursuance of any such law, or of the powers in him vested by the Constitution of the United States, or to resist, oppose, or defeat any such law or act, or to aid, encourage, or abet any hostile designs of any foreign nations against the United States, their people, or government, then such person being thereof convicted before any court of the United States having jurisdiction thereof shall be punished by a fine not exceeding $2,000 and by imprisonment not exceeding 2 years. Section 3. That if any person shall be prosecuted under this act for the writing or publishing any libel aforesaid, it shall be lawful for the defendant, upon the trial of the cause, to give in evidence in his defense the truth of the matter contained in the publications charged as libel. And the jury shall try the cause, shall have a right to determine the law and the fact under the direction of the court, as in other cases. Section 4. That this act shall continue to be in force until March 3rd, 1801, and no longer. Thank you for joining us for our primary source today on the appendix. We will see you in the stacks.